Last night, I asked the traitors to give me 3 names to put on public trial. Anyone who was granted immunity last night could not be put on trial. On these 3 names, one of them will be killed.
Oh my God.
And that's tonight's murder barn.
What the fuck?
The 3 names are Nick.
That tracks.
I'm on the chopping block. Can't say I'm surprised. Knew that I was going to be up for murder, but hey, at least I'm not murdered yet, so I have a chance.
Patrick.
I think all 3 of us could be really strong players to make it to the end, so I'm not surprised. I think they were really just trying to take out maybe some heavy hitters right from the beginning. Not to toot my own horn, but...
I don't have that many connections here. Everyone knows each other from outside here in one way or another, and I just come in lonesome.
You aren't going to kill tonight, but you have 10 seconds to tell me one person to put on trial.
I mean, here's my gut instinct. Tells me Nick.
Patrick.
We'll do Kevin. I've really locked down with him, so I think it'll clear me.
Nick, Patrick, and Kevin. All 3 of you have been put up for trial. One of you will be murdered at tonight's murder barn. However, it does not mean to give up hope yet. There's still time to make connections. Figure out, see, understand who's alive. I'll see y'all at the whiskey bar at 10. Enjoy.
Jackson just announced the first murder, but there wasn't really a murder. There's 3 people in time.
Nick, Kevin, and Patrick. So,
Sus.
if Nick is not killed amongst those 3, you've clearly got a traitor.
He's definitely a traitor. He's just in that lineup as
If he's safe with those angels,
Patrick, it's either like Chloe's a traitor and she's voting for Patrick,
Or just trying to like throw out the yep, correct.
or Joe E is voting for Patrick, or Patrick is voting for. Like, there's someone in that group has to be a traitor.
I will say I'm super surprised to see Patrick also on the chopping block. Perhaps he's a traitor and he's put himself on the chopping block to try to mask it. But I might have just screwed myself over because I brought that theory up to this group that I didn't register. It had Chloe in it, who's like his freaking fiance or something. And I was like, yeah, maybe Patrick's a traitor.
Yeah, the couple things, I told you, the couple things make me nervous. I think they're either both
I
or
think
not.
he could have nominated himself to be like, I'm obviously. He's seen
But
the
no,
show.
that's why
I
we
really
think,
like don't like, I
we
love
think
this
at
plan
least
of-
one of them is.
I know.
So that's why it's like, if we
Wait,
vanish and you're
I
done.
Well. Wow. This morning. Crazy, right? I was confusing of my grandma trying to make peach cobbler after she got dementia. Today's competition, folks, is called Wanted, Dead or Alive. Y'all will be split again into 3 teams of 6. One at a time, in your teams, you will go into the whiskey bar. And you will have 5 minutes to identify all the wanted posters within the bar. Take note, though, the details are going to be very, very special in making sure you win today's competition. After 5 minutes, I will ask you to leave my barn and I will go inside and wreak havoc, changing certain wanted posters around. I will have you come back in and you will have 3 minutes to identify all the wanted posters that have been changed. If, together, y'all identify more than 75% of the changed wanted posters, y'all will add $100 to the prize. If you identify more than 50%, $75. And if you identify nearly 25%, well, $50.
missing a bunch of criminals. How y'all feeling after that count? Y'all feel like you got it?
Yeah.
Now remember, 75% you get $1. 50% you get $25% you get $50. Alright. Team 1, you clocked in with 3 out of 6 points. Team 2, you clocked in at 4. Now, unless Team 3 got 6 out of 6, you're nowhere near 75%. Team 3, you clocked in with 6. Congratulations on the $100 extra. Now, in the beginning, I asked you all to take 4 powers. But if you chose a shield, you are shielded from the first banishment. I will announce those names out of sync. See there, folks? Shake hands while you still can.
I do think we have to banish one of the 3 of them.
Yes.
Which I also think everyone's saying
we don't want to banish.
Everyone's saying we should just banish Nick.
Banish Nick because, right?
Because we'll find out if he's a traitor or not immediately.
It leaves
then,
you, it makes the
it's
other
more
more
obvious.
obvious.
Yeah, you're not gonna like this plan.
Because then it just leaves me.
After the round table, it's going to get so personal, so it's going to get
I'm nervous.
Because I think
that's
where everything is gonna.
It's going to be. Does anybody have anything to say, John?
No, I'm nervous that my name is gonna get thrown out there and I'm gonna be like, me? We have no idea what is happening.
No idea. I just cannot wait to see what happens at this first round table. Wish me luck. Yeehaw.
Players, welcome to the first snake pit. If you chose the shield, you chose the power to be safe from the first banishment. The people who are safe from banishment are Megan, Patrick, Josh, Daniel, and Tim. 5 people are safe from today's banishment, leaving 13 of you vulnerable. The time for my talking's done, and it's time for the snakes to whisper. Please begin.
I want to
Start, Patrick, go.
And it's just, I have 2 things that I want to call out that I think are suspicious. I think, 1, the fact that the 3 of us that were put up for the trial today were from the same team. I think it would be very suspicious for somebody, if somebody was a traitor on our team, for all of us to be on the same team. So I'm looking at the other.
And that was teams from last night, you mean?
Correct, team from last night. I think the other thing is, I don't think any of us are traitors because of the nature of how it went down last night. If they're going in one-on-one, not knowing really who the traitors are or having a chance to talk, why would they pick their own name to be put up for trial? I feel like it's a really receiving early on.
I respect your opinion, but I do think that the traitors had a chance to meet and discuss and could definitely have put their names up for murder.
I think last night when we all one by one went into the murder bar, if a traitor went in, they were told who the other traitors were, and they were told to pick someone to put on trial.
That's right.
So that's why we have 3 trials. There are 3 traitors in the game.
I don't think a traitor put himself in at this point, but a traitor could have put another.
It depends on the order. Whether he said
Putting oneself on trial as a traitor, not another fellow traitor, could be a strong way to start the game, to throw the scent off.
But to
like, why would a traitor put
I feel like to
themselves
Jordan's point though, that
Yeah.
wouldn't be a great strategy either, because like you just started working with these traders, and then you're trying to make some bold single trader move, putting yourself up like
Well, also, why would a trader want their name to be talked about that much right off the bat?
Yeah.
Wait, double bluffs happen. Double bluffs happen. That's all I'm saying.
Of course, I'm going to say this, but I do feel like it's way more likely than not that the 3 people who are on trial are not traders.
Okay.
I think
Fair point.
it's worth considering other names.
Let's talk about what names have been going around.
Sure.
And then we can start deducing from there.
Okay.
Yep, start. I'll start. I definitely heard my name was going around because I had sinister energy. Baby girl, I'm unemployed. I don't wake up at 8 a.m. My energy shifted a couple hours into the game. I'm not a traitor. then we can clear that up.
Wait, I've heard Nick say, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to point out who we think is a faithful at this point than who's looking or acting suspicious because we don't know who each other are.
Yeah.
There's no way, Joe, after what happened this morning, that you are a traitor. So we went from 13 potential candidates down to 12. There's no way you're a traitor. Your heart has been in your gut for the last 2 hours. Deanne, okay, I'll do 3. Putting myself on the list. You're not a traitor.
Last night, Rebecca had like a reaction to losing the competition.
Okay.
And then that made me, I was like, huh. But then I talked to other people
Everyone
who know
who
you better.
knows me.
Right. And that's what I think is tough is like if you don't know a person like super well, their behavior could be normal for one person. And so I was like, I think Rebecca's
I was
acting a little
genuinely
suspicious.
just very sad.
And then this morning, everyone's like, that's kind of like how she is. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Great. So like I'm gonna trust the people who I do know to tell me that that's normal.
I think there's anything to a plan of getting somebody out who's up for trial so that it eliminates down to 2 options to get more information.
I think you're not being that is maybe our best bet of ours.
Yeah, not because I think any of them are, but if you get,
I just
yeah.
think that gives us most information. I don't think
Patrick has a shield, so it'd be being
having it in there.
I mean,
But you know we're faithful, so like it's kind of just.
Wait, you're saying you should banish someone who's on trial?
No, because it's a 0% chance of getting rid of a traitor if you pick one of them.
One of the 3 of us.
I mean, well, you guys also have to think about it this way. Like, if we banish one of the 3 who's on trial, then one of the other 2 is definitely being killed. So, like, so Patrick is safe, but that means Patrick could be killed tonight.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, just because you might be safe now, Patrick could be dead by morning.
I mean, if you're trying to win the game as a faithful, I think it makes no sense to banish one of the 3. Like, we've already. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. It seemed almost unanimous that people are like, the 3 people on trial are faithful. Like, why would a traitor put these
I don't think it's unanimous that the 3 people on trial are faithful.
People to go for one of them, I think, is a little sus.
But why would it be unanimous that the people on trial are faithful? Because we've seen this show, and a lot of times people put their names up.
Themselves on there on day 1.
Because that's a good strategy.
Why is that a good strategy?
Because then people won't think it's them.
Well, you
Because then you have heat on you early, and
Yeah.
you get through that like first passage of heat, and then you're proven faithful. That would be.
I think it's more likely that another traitor put one of the other traitors on the trial because
I don't think
I think it's more likely because you're all competing for money at the end.
That's why I don't think a traitor would do that.
Okay, so then who do you think it could be?
I mean, I hate to throw out a name, but like, I think someone who's been extremely quiet is Joseph.
Yeah, so I've been listening because I like to do that. So I don't think that you coming for me is really based on anything. I will say you are putting words in a lot of our mouths, intentionally or not, when you say things like, I've heard my name and it's a lot of people are saying it can't be the 3 of us. Well, no, not a lot of people are saying that. You are just projecting that.
I don't think, this is what I'm saying, I don't think there is a traitor there. I don't think it makes sense strategically. I don't think it makes sense for the game. And honestly, like, I have no reason to really, like, okay, sure, I could be saying that because I'm the traitor who put myself in there, but I would never fucking do that anyways.
All I'm saying is, it feels like Nick is trying to make the argument that there's no way it would be the 3 of them, where I am saying it absolutely still could be. I'm not saying it definitely is.
It actually puts it.
It's a possibility.
And do you think it's more likely that there?
I didn't when you came for me for no reason. I certainly.
I mean, saying I came for you by saying when I'm told to get out a name, and the way I come for you saying that you've been quiet is a crazy overhype of that.
Great.
Any other name? I don't know.
Because that went so well.
There's like certain people were throwing out names, and then people were backing up. Like, yeah, you're 100% right. Like with the theory, I'm just gonna be honest and forefront with you. Chloe, when you brought up that theory about talking about stuff, I think these people and Richard, you said, oh yeah, you know that's T. You jumped right on that and you backed her up. So I can to me that's suspicious, and that's what it is.
That's fair.
If you would like to vote me out, you can vote me out.
No, I don't want to vote you out. I don't think you're a traitor. I just was trying to throw a theory out because nobody was saying names.
I think a trap that the traders could easily put us into is that we all came here in like there's different like respective groups from what I've heard, and we just need to be conscious of that. Like the traders could be using that against us and being like, oh, like hey, this group might be tight, this group might be tight, this group might be tight.
Make sure that is true.
If I were to, well, this is bad example because I want to tell. If a trader wanted to have a really good strategy, they would put 3 faithful on trial, and then convince the group that one of them must be a traitor. Because that way they know your entire traitor gang, who was not on trial, is safe.
Players, the time for talk is over. Please grab your chalkboards and your chalk and write the name down. I will ask you to reveal your vote, starting with Kevin. Please write the name down of the person you think is a traitor. Kevin, who do you think is a traitor and why?
So I'm basing this on the fact that it was brought up that the strategy behind the three of us being, sorry, is Chloe. You brought it up, so I'm gonna bring you in.
That's fair.
Lucas, who do you think is a traitor and why?
Okay, so this one's literally nothing personal. I truly don't have a clue right now because all of this happened too fast and I don't have time to think. But I do think this individual has been kind of more quiet, so I'm gonna have to vote Joe E.
Joseph D, who do you think is a traitor and why?
Surprise. Nick, do I know you're a traitor? No, I did felt a little attacked. If we both make it through this, I hope we do. I'm happy to let bygones be bygones, but for throwing me out there.
Tim, who do you think is a traitor and why?
I put myself down.
What?
This is,
He's safe. He's safe.
Well, I know I'm safe, and I have no reason to accuse anybody yet of being a traitor. I have a vibe on who.
You do need to revote, Tim.
You need to revote Tim.
I'm gonna vote for Nick just because you'll understand why I just voted for you, even though it's not real.
Deanne, who do you think is a traitor and why?
This is also kind of random. I feel like we didn't get anywhere with like names here, so I just picked Jordan. Sorry, it's just because you like said your name. You're like, I know my name's floating around, and I was like, I don't know. I don't feel like I had enough information in this conversation. It's not personal at all. I wasn't thinking of you being shifty this morning. I have no idea if you like were super fun.
Caitlin,
Yes.
who do you think is a traitor and why?
I'm sorry already, Nick.
Joe E,
I don't know. I'm just going, and again, this isn't personal. I'm just going because you mentioned my fiance's name.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's all I had really. So like, I'm sorry.
It is two ends.
Luke Gary, who do you think is a traitor and why?
Since I was going off the bandwagon thing, I did say Rich, just because I saw the bandwagon happen, and that was just suspect. I don't think that you're a traitor.
Rebecca, who do you think is a traitor and why?
So I'm going to start by saying that I don't think the 3 on trial are traitors. I feel very strongly that the 3 on trial are not traitors, and I think it would be dumb for the faithfuls to get 2 days without one in a few hours. That being said, I have no idea who those traitors are. I don't necessarily think this person is a traitor, but I really don't know who they are. I'm sorry for that I voted for you. I also voted for you because I didn't think anyone else was going to vote for you, so I was like, I don't think you're actually going to get out. Same.
Josh.
I just have to put the vote here, not because I think they're a traitor, but I think that they are very influential, and I just feel like you have a lot of power, so I'm sorry.
So far, that is 2 votes Chloe, 3 votes Nick, 2 votes Jordan, 1 vote Joe E, 1 vote Jen with 2 N's, and 1 vote Richard. Jordan.
So I voted for Joseph. I don't think you were a traitor at all. Literally half a name there, ran out of time. I just panicked and didn't know what to do.
Richard.
I also said Nick. I think it's possible that there is one traitor in the 3, and I think that that still gives us more information than choosing randomly anybody else.
Megan.
I do think you would be an excellent trader, having been in an environment like this before, and you could pull off the double bluff, if anybody.
Daniel, who do you think is a traitor and why?
So last night, a few people came up to me saying that this person was throwing my name around. You also fucked me over from $100,000 4 years ago, and it is time to get even. And with that being said, I actually don't even care if you are a traitor or not, but I'm voting for
Chloe.
I feel really bad because I didn't know, and I
felt like the trial thing was dramatic, and I decided that maybe my inclination to bring that up was wrong. So I just went with somebody who said their name, and it's the same as you guys. Like, I just, because you said your name's not going around, that was the only thing I was going off of. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Jane.
I do think if we're looking at who's on trial, we need to look at the people who are like in their groups. I really do like this person, and I don't think you have sinister energy at all, but I did vote for Jordan.
What is happening? Oh my
Currently, 4 votes for Jordan, 6 votes for Nick.
I completely thought this was going to be a throwaway vote because I didn't think anybody was thinking the same thing. I didn't think so many other people were going to be throwing it away. So Jordan.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
Jordan, if you have one more vote, you will tie with Nick, and it will go into a double time, and you will vote between Jordan and Nick as a team. Nick, who do you think is a traitor and why?
But you know, I just wish a lot of these theories about there's no way that the 3 people on trial are traitors would have been vocalized during the discussion instead of making me just have to defend myself and like make a whole scene that didn't need to be had. That being said, I put this name because I already had to say that they were quiet and it made a huge scene, and so I don't want to create another enemy, so I just wrote just his name.
Understand.
That makes sense.
Well, folks, Nick, with 6 votes, you are banished from Blood and Stone Acres. Nick, please stand in the center of my snake pit and reveal your true identity.
Hearing all these people say I'm definitely a faithful, even as I walk up here, is crazy to me. Well, it's not crazy to me. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think my arguments, while maybe I was speaking loudly, made a lot of sense. And I think people have said that. I think it will be very important to consider the people who put my name down as an easy vote. That doesn't quite make sense, but I think was very easy to scapegoat, so I would just pay attention to those names. That being said, you all have chosen to banish me, and I am